It's Saturday, and it's been a couple of weeks. Last weekend we took off, decided that we were going to take a break, and I missed doing the stream, but it was also kind of nice not having to. But I did some counting earlier, and today is my, what did I say, 150, 155th
Something like that.
or 154th live stream. So a little milestone there. I mean, nobody celebrates that, but I just thought it was kind of cool. Anyway, green chili fillets and the dreaded pineapple upside down cake.
Yummy.
Yuck. Have we got folks in the room?
We do. Don said hi, Tom.
Hi, Don. Greetings, greetings.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, hey, how's it going?
John King.
John, good evening, good evening. All right, well, welcome, welcome. Not been a lot going on.
Janice.
I'm sorry, Janice?
Yep.
Hi, Janice.
Sorry, I haven't been here in a while, she says.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, people got real lives.
Ralph's here.
Hey, Ralph. Good evening, good evening.
Eli's here.
Eli, hi guys. Boy, the crowd is gathering. Have yourself a seat at the table. Get yourself something out of the fridge on the way. So bacon, mac and cheese. And I decided I might as well bake it so I can have baked bacon, mac and cheese. And, before I forget, hi to Doug and Shar, now home from their trip. So glad you're back. Hope you had a good time and glad you made it home safely. Absolutely. So, okay. I'm going to get started with the cake first, obviously, because I want to be able to do something with it here in a little while. So, bought a fresh one. Might as well. They were on sale. So, we'll get that started first thing. Peel it up and get it ready for some slicing and such.
Ghost Rider said he's doing good. How about you?
If I was doing any better, I'd have my own YouTube stream. Oh, wait a minute. I already do. I'm doing just fine.
Ed's here.
Ed, good evening. Happy Saturday. Get this pineapple just butchered on up here.
Don says he's making green chili Colorado burritos and copycat Taco Bell Mexican pizza for dinner.
Nice.
He says your dinner sounds delicious.
Yeah, it sounds good. I've never had green chili on a Philly cheesesteak, but hey, I'm willing to try.
Ghost Rider had pork chops and mac and cheese. Pretty basic but delicious.
Hey, love pork chops, mac and cheese. Heck, I guess I'm having that myself. So yeah, love that stuff.
John had chicken, fried steak, and mashed potatoes and gravy, and later he'll be going to goat hunting.
Nice. Well, I got a call from my brother Doug. I didn't actually speak with him. Mrs. Olguy did, and they are having red chili and cornbread, right?
Just red chili, he said.
Just red chili. Oh, okay. Thought you said cornbread earlier. My mistake.
Ralph says going to plant their pineapple top.
Am I going to plant the pineapple top?
Yep.
No. Nope. This is, it wouldn't do any good here. We don't get enough sunlight in the winter. This thing would just die. So I'm not going to give it any false hope. It's done. Nope. Now, I will do that with basil. Basil works to do that, just to put the stem in the water. It'll sprout roots, but All right.
John's going hunting in an abandoned 2-story house in the woods.
Ah, okay. See, now it took me a second to put the ghost part with that because the first thing that flashed into my mind was you going into this old abandoned 2-story house with your rifle. I'm hunting, whatever it would be. But it took just a little bit longer for that other paranormal part to sink in.
Eli says he's having some of those instant spicy Korean noodles.
Oh yeah? Are they good?
Carol's here.
Hi, Carol.
Welcome back.
Yep, welcome, welcome. Just getting started on doing this pineapple upside down cake. I don't know how many rings are gonna fit. It's a pretty good sized pineapple. So I'll just start with that. They may not be little pineapple rings.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just saying. All right.
That was one of the smaller ones that they had.
Yeah, it was. Okay. I'm just going to get these cores out real quick. And then we'll move on to making the cake batter.
Carol says, how are you all? We're doing great.
Yep. Doing just fine. All right, last one. Then on to the batter.
Eli said, yes, those noodles are delicious, really good flavor, but you better love heat.
Pretty spicy, are they?
So you probably wouldn't.
Probably not. Probably not. All right. We'll just set this over here for a second. Get that out of the way.
Ghost Rider says, I'm Mexican, so spice tolerance comes in the package.
Yeah, I don't. Jalapeno hot is about as good as I'm gonna want it. I do use ghost pepper on occasion in my cooking, but I don't get it any hotter than I could stand like jalapeno. So it has a little bit of heat to it. I like ghost pepper for the flavor.
Yeah.
So
John says, I can't believe it's already March.
yeah, and April and May can't come soon enough to me, but all right, I'm just gonna melt a little bit of butter. This is a pretty simple recipe, not a whole lot to it. I'll read it to you if you want me to. I did say I'd start doing that, right?
Yeah.
So for this recipe, 4 tablespoons for the topping, or I guess the bottom, which will be the top. The 4 tablespoons of melted butter, half a cup of brown sugar, and the pineapple, of course. Then the cake itself, 2 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 4 tablespoons of butter, 3/4 of a cup sugar, 2 eggs, a cup of milk, and a teaspoon of vanilla. I don't expect you to hurry up and write that down. Just play it back later. Okay. Let me get this going. Get at least a cup of this flour handy. All right. I'm not a giant cake maker. I prefer to do other things. Pie. I like pie a lot. I like cobblers, okay. cakes.
Ghost Rider says I need to do the one chip challenge.
I bought the one chip challenge, and it's been sitting in the office unopened for over a year, and it's just going to sit there. My doctors advised, not to eat that. I already got issues anyway,
Yeah.
so doc said not to, so I'm not gonna. It'll just sit there as kind of like a stupid idea to buy, a reminder. Only for me. I mean, if you can eat it, well, that's just great. You know what I mean? Wow, that was a double yolk.
Wow.
Interesting. Cool. All right. Put in the butter. I'm going to put in some milk. I'm probably doing this completely backwards, but I just want to be done with making this
Yummy cake.
horrible cake. The first 2 times I tried making pineapple upside down cake, where it was on the live stream, and both times were miserable failures. Mostly because of the pan I used. Boy, did I ever learn that. If you want to make a pineapple upside down cake, do not, under any circumstances, use a cast iron pan. The acidity in the pineapple leaches out the metallic flavor. It is it made it pretty much inedible.
Yep.
Not pretty much, it just was inedible.
Eli says one chip nachos.
One chip nachos. Yes, exactly. Cover that flour.
John says moos are sleeping.
Moos are definitely sound asleep. They ate a little while ago, so they got their bellies full. All right, let's get that other cup of flour in there. Some of the baking powder. Guess I'll throw in a teaspoon, since that's what it says. Didn't grab.
Ghost Rider says, well, I was going to say eat it at 1.5K or 2K subs, but the doctor said no, so then no.
Yeah, it's just not a good idea. I pay a price just for, the acidity in tomato sauce.
Yep.
Like spaghetti or pizza or...
Joshua's here.
Joshua, happy Saturday. Hope everything's well in Florida land. All right, what did I forget?
Ghost Rider said he likes sour stuff as well.
He likes what?
Sour stuff as well.
Ah, yes. 3/4. All right, it said 3/4. Maybe I better look again. Hey, it did. All right. Let's make the cake batter.
Janet says, I really like sour things. I might do one of those world's sourest candy challenges.
Ah, yeah, it's sour to an extent. All right, hey guys, gotta get loud for a second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm sorry, what did you say?
Funky Food with Dave
Hi guys!
and Natalie.
Natalie, jeez. Come on in, folks. Grab yourself a chair. Sodas and beers and whatnot in the fridge. Help yourself. I don't need that. I've got myself a little bit combobulated. So I'm going to melt up another 4 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to get some brown sugar.
And Dave told Janice to do the sour pickleball challenge.
Sour pickleballs. Ooh, that sounds revolting.
We're good, Natalie. How are you?
Sour pickleballs? I'm not ready. All right. So quick brown sugar. Okay.
Ghost Rider will take some sweet tea.
Sweet tea. In the fridge, brother. Help yourself. Mi casa, su casa. Just help yourself, man. All right. Yeah, a few more seconds. Butter's not quite melted. Recipe also called for some maraschino cherries, but I completely forgot to buy them, so it's not going to have the pretty red maraschino cherries. Which, of course, is just going to completely ruin the entire cake. All right. Pour that in there.
Dave said that him and his son did that pickleball challenge, and he said that it kicked his butt, but his son killed it.
Yeah, I'm not. Just not. I like sour to an extent, but when it's like super, super sour, I can give you a good example. Was when I first started working barbecue, we used citric acid in the rub, and salt and citric acid look almost identical. So I made the mistake. I thought, well, I'll just let my finger and taste it. Only did that once. All right.
Natalie says, why is dark spelled with a K and not with a C?
I'm afraid to ask.
Because you can't see in the dark. Lisa's here.
Hey, Lisa. Good evening.
Says, how you doing?
Good evening. Good evening. All right. That's about all the pineapple it's going to fit.
Don says, no cherries? Grow it out.
Yep. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. It just... Nothing will ruin a pineapple upside down cake like me. Alright. We'll get that batter into the pan.
Carol says she's still loving hot broth after having her COVID.
She's still what?
Loving hot broth.
Oh, hot broth? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Any particular flavor? Vegetable, beef, chicken, pork? Pork broth? Turkey?
Our youngest son might have COVID right now. He said today.
Yep. Hopefully, if he does have it, it's he's young and strong,
Mild
so. All right.
Ghost Rider said chicken broth helps the sore throat.
Hang on. Let me get this filled up. If I don't do it now, then I have to do it later. Okay.
Ghost Rider said that chicken broth helps the sore throat or chicken noodle soup.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan's here.
Jordan, good evening. All right. Pineapple upside down cake going into the oven. And I was absolutely serious. If you're going to make a pineapple upside down cake, don't do it in a cast iron pan.
Yep. Carol said that your broth was the best.
Oh, thank you.
Natalie says, can you put baby back ribs on the list if you haven't done those yet? That's a request. Yep.
Sure. There's only one thing about it. That's not something that I can actually cook on the street. So, I mean, I can serve them up and make the sides and the dessert. But when it comes to actually doing the actual cooking, that'll take place like over the 6 hours or 8, depending beforehand.
Yep.
So,
Here you go.
okay. Yep, and we're starting a new thing too. As soon as we get them requested, they're going right into the basket. That way, it's up to date and everybody can have kind of an equal shot.
Arnold's here.
Hey, Arnold.
I don't see where he came in at, but I seen, oh, there it is. Arnold, howdy family.
Nephew Arnold, nephew Eddie.
Yes,
That is awesome.
brother Doug.
Brother Doug. Sister Shar. Well, woohoo!
Ralph says, still remember back in the day when Mom used to hide 5-cent coins in our birthday cakes as a special treat for whoever found
Nice.
them.
Nice. All right. I suppose real quick, I'm going to grate some cheese, both for the cheese sauce for the Philly and for the mac and cheese. So I got a chunk of Monterey Jack here that I'm going to start with.
Ghost Rider, it did win a while back, and we had it.
What was that?
Plan. He says,
Yeah.
please plan.
Yeah,
It didn't win.
Yeah, I did it twice.
Yep.
I did it twice in the hopes that you would catch it. I think you did on one. Second time around. I've done the flan, man. That doesn't mean I can't or won't do it again. I'm
Yep.
just letting you know it's not that we haven't done it. It's got done. Alright. And I got some Gouda. Gouda for you. Gouda for me. Get that kind of ground in. I don't want to use all of it, but a nice portion of it. There we go. And of course some cheddar. I'm not going to use Cheese Whiz. I know that it's, you know, a pretty common thing, provolone and Cheese Whiz to put on your Phillies, but no, I'm just not going to roll that way. All right, and we're going to get the cheddar on here now.
Ghost Rider says, I don't remember. Let me think.
All right, that's not too bad.
It wasn't too long back, really.
Oh, and Ed, if you're watching with Janice, I shouldn't exclude you. Hello. Kind of forgot that you would probably be there watching. Or at least I'm going to guess that you are. All right. Let me get these out of my way here just real quick, like. Pull out some bacon.
Scott is here.
Scott?
Hey, Tom and Mrs. Oldtie. Hope you're doing great. I just wanted to say I have a banquet for the fire department and have to go soon.
Ah, well, hey, I hope you enjoy it. And Scott, while you're here, I wanted to let you know, and same with Jordan and Stanley, that I had an issue with Patreon. When I requested the payout, it never came. They have no customer service number. You can only contact them by email, which is nothing but frustrating. So I deleted the account, and you should no longer be getting that $3 a month pull off of your card. So just double check it, make sure that it's shut down, or maybe manually do that yourself. I appreciate the fact that you guys did that, but if it's just going to be throwing money away to no one's benefit other than theirs, I decided maybe it's not a great idea. So
Yep.
if and when something else comes along that I think it's worth doing or whatever, I'll let you know. But for now, just I appreciate the support, but more hassle than it was worth, and I mean that more for you guys than anything. All right,
Ronald's here?
Ronald.
Yep.
Good evening, Ronald. Hope you've had a good last couple of weeks. I can dust a little bit of flour into that.
Because they were talking about nickels in cakes. Ralph told Carol, I don't know that I've ever had nickels, but I've ever known of them as 5-cent coins. Though 5-cent coins are no longer legal tender here, along with the old 1 and 2 cent coins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe those coins have become collectible over time. Maybe. All right. So, Phillies traditionally made with ribeye. They didn't have any ribeye, and if they would have, it would probably been more than I wanted to pay for it anyway. So I got some nice top sirloin here. That's gonna suit the bill just fine.
Joe C's here.
Joe C. Good evening. Welcome. I'm just getting some meat slicing up for these Phillies.
Ed is watching. Jenna said.
Oh, great.
Photos Against Anxiety, sir.
Good evening. We got pineapple upside down cake in the oven, which I didn't bother to set a timer for, so let's go another 20 minutes. And I just grated some cheese for the cheese sauce for the Philly and for the baked bacon and macaroni and cheese. And slicing up the meat here for the Phillies.
Scott said, thanks for the heads up. I think I needed to upgrade my credit card on my Patreon. And he goes, love you, Tom, and love to help when I can.
Hey, well, no, really, I love you too, man. Thank you for the help. I appreciate it. I really do. But, if it's a giant hassle and I don't get what you've been paying the thing for me to get, it's just not worth it. It's more for you than for me. It's like you're just wasting your money. So, yeah, but I do appreciate the thought, and if I find someplace else that I think would be a little more reliable or whatever, then maybe. I didn't do this to make money, so.
Photos Against Anxiety said, nice slicing.
Oh, thank you.
John says, can I suggest manicotti? If you haven't already done so.
Oh.
I got it here ready to go in.
Okay. Let's see it.
Photos Against Anxiety loves pineapple upside down cake.
I'm not a fan. Mrs. Old Guy, it's one of her favorite cakes.
Yep,
So.
I love it.
It's got a 50-50 here. Half of us don't like it. All right.
Eli says, I put a chili relleno in the ramen and I regret nothing, LOL.
I bet not. Ooh, that was a little tough right there. That's a little bit more gristly than I want to put in there. All right.
Photos Against Anxiety. Congrats on your 500 subscribers.
Yes, congratulations. And for those of you that maybe haven't, go ahead and put a link up for me, would you, Mrs. Old Guy? And we'll put a link up for her channel. Give it a review. Exactly what it says. Some beautiful photos, I might add. All right. And a little piece here. Try and shave this down as good as I can.
The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
Hey, good evening. Hope you've had a good last couple of weeks. We got pineapple upside down cake, bacon in the oven, slicing up some meat here for these fillies.
Crazy food crew.
Tim, good evening. Lisa, I gotta say hi to Wild Man too,
Yeah.
because I imagine he's sitting there. Wild Man, sorry, I didn't mean to forget to mention you.
Photos Against Anxiety said, "Oh, thank you. I couldn't believe it, and I'm so happy about it."
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. She said, "Thank you for sharing one."
I know how it feels, you know. It seemed like it took forever to get that first 500 subs.
Yep.
So, all right. Ooh, you know. All right.
Carol said the gristly stuff.
The gristle stuff.
The dogs will like the gristle stuff.
Yeah. Well, I thought about giving it to them, but they're on a diet, which they are.
They are.
They're both pretty overweight. Chumley was at 165 pounds. He needs to be at about 135 to 140. So he needs to lose 25 or 30 pounds. And Polly, she weighed in at 94, I think, and she needs to be down around the 65 to 70 pound mark. So she's got about the same amount roughly.
They're
To
doing
lose,
good,
so
though. I
they're
think
doing good.
losing.
Yep, it's been probably about 6 weeks now, and I'm beginning to see a little difference. So, been trying to do the same,
Yeah.
eat less, but you know, once a day and stuff like that. But today isn't one of those days. I went down to the gas station and bought a sausage because I was too hungry to wait.
Wild Man says hello.
Who? Say again?
Wild Man.
Wild Man. Yes. Well, I'm glad you say hello. Got
And
it.
let me see here. Eli says, "I think Time Surfer's flux capacitor is on the fritz again."
I hate it when that happens.
Natalie's only 20 away from 500 subs and excited.
Nice.
Congrats, Natalie.
Yes. Go ahead and can you go ahead and put her?
I will.
Okay. So can't really make baked bacon mac and cheese without having some bacon in it, and I'm not gonna put it in raw. So I guess I'd better cook a few slices. You can't put in too much bacon. I would put this whole pack in if Mrs. Old Guy would let me. She likes bacon, but not as much as I do. All right, come on. Don't you hate it when there's always that one piece that doesn't want to separate out? Oh, come on. No wonder it was like ultra thin. You get those too? Huh? Don't you hate that? And you try to peel the bacon and one of them is like as thin as tissue.
Lisa says she just got done baking a Jello cake.
A Jello cake? Neat. I bet that'd be good.
And Arnold says, "Uncle, How could you forget a fellow with a first name like Wild and a last name like Man?
Well, when you get to be Wild Man's and I's age, you begin to understand how you can do something like that. That's the story I'm going to stick to. Wild Man will back me up.
Carol said, holy cow, the house almost flew down. The wind was blowing pretty hard out there.
Yeah, and we're expecting a good snowstorm. But that's what they said, what, a week ago.
Yeah.
There were big warnings. We're going to get 20 inches of snow and more than that on the next day. And we got a little bit of rain, and that was it.
Ralph says, can 1 and 5 cent coins still be used in America?
Yes, sir.
5 cents, not 1 cent.
They got pennies.
Oh yeah, they do go.
It's like, where have you been? Yeah, they sure do, Ralph. They got, that's about all we get. Nickels and pennies.
Don says, wow, I had no idea that they were that good. Not sure what he's talking about.
Who said that?
Don.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure what he's talking about either. Don, what are you talking about? It's okay. I don't mind going, oh, stuff.
Scott says, speaking of goals, I raised 1,067 for my stair climb for leukemia and cancer on March 10th.
Oh, congratulations. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome.
Kim said, Wild Man likes the wood plaque of the dog you did for the lady. He said that was really nice of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Oh well, yeah. That was when I didn't give it to her personally, but the person that did sent me the video, and it just I almost broke down crying.
Yep.
Just made me think of my pooch. I still can't bring myself to make a plaque for him.
Eli wants to know, what's your favorite kind of bread?
Favorite kind of bread?
Yep.
Well, boy. I've had some really nice dark Bavarian bread that I really like that. I like the different kinds of rye bread. Some have and some don't have caraway seed. Some are made with a little more pickle brine. Some are, made. So I like the dark breads a lot. Pumpernickel, all that stuff.
Oh, Don said the dogs is what he was talking about.
Oh, yes. That is a big boy.
Natalie says we had severe weather in my state a few days ago up north, lots of tornadoes in Illinois.
Ah. Yeah, I don't deal with no tornadoes.
No.
All right. Let's cook some roni.
Ralph says he loves brioche bread.
What's that?
Ralph likes brioche bread.
Brioche? Yeah, okay. I like all kinds of bread too. French bread. What did I just do with my fork? Last thing I want to do is burn the bacon.
Yeah, don't do that.
No. That would just be a shame to burn this beautiful bacon.
Arnold said, pumpernickel and Jewish rye reminds me of grandma.
Yeah. Every year, you mean those like little loaves of cocktail bread? Yeah, little squares. And always have some of those served up with little lunch meats and cheeses and little gherkins. See how you are right away. Let's overflow on the stove. I guess I'll turn that down a touch. Alright. I know, don't freak out because I'm putting them on the same cutting board. They're going into the oven anyway. And we all know that through the magic of YouTube, that nothing will ever get you sick at home. So
Arnold said my absolute favorite. Yeah, man.
what is his absolute favorite?
That bread.
Ah, yeah. The little cocktail breads. When I do make myself a nice dark rye bread. On occasion, there's Mrs. Old Guy does not like rye bread for the same reason my brother doesn't, is the caraway seed.
Yep.
But there are versions of rye bread that do not have caraway seed that Mrs.
Yep.
Old Guy gave a big thumbs up to. So maybe there's hope for you there, Brother Doug. Find you a loaf that doesn't have caraway seed.
Yep. Yeah, it's a lot better.
They exist. I don't know if it's better.
It is.
I can't agree with that.
Eli says this ramen has me sweating.
Oof. I'm going to save some of this to fry up the
It's really
onion?
smoky.
Yep. And that's what happens when you cook up a bunch of bacon. All right. Now we're going to go with the cheese sauce. Start with just some whole milk. It's going to be good.
Ralph said Mom wanted to watch the live cricket on TV today, so we had to go to the supermarket at 8 a.m. I am really not a morning person, and I'm still tired.
Watch the cricket?
Is that like their soccer or something?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there's cricket. The ball game. If that's what you're talking about. I don't know nothing about it.
I don't either.
Other than it's kind of like baseball, kind of. Get some onions sliced up, diced up, ready to go in. Nice thin slices, and then just a quick cut across them, and we are good to go.
Ralph said, yep, that ball game.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, well, I had no idea that it was played there too. I don't know much about the sport at all, so garlic salt.
I've never really watched it too much either. Ralph says I didn't know it wasn't a thing over there.
Yeah, well, we have our equivalent, which is baseball. Guess I'll just use that. All right. So a little garlic pow in there. Some dry mustard.
Carol says croquet.
Croquet. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
A little bit of black pepper. Where'd my salt go? Right there where I left it.
Well, how about that?
Okay. What'd I do with my stir thingy? I'm losing it, Deb.
Uh-oh.
What'd I do with it?
What?
My little paddle that I had to stir my noodles. What did I do with it?
I don't know.
Well, I'll grab another one, and I guess we'll find the other one
Eventually.
floating on the other side of the universe somewhere. I do want them not all to stick to the bottom, so
Carol said baseball, really? Yeah, I've never watched it, Carol, so I couldn't tell you.
cricket. Yeah, it's played similar to baseball. The bat is different. It's flat, more like an oar, kind of. Different rules.
The gypsy says smells good.
All right, it does actually. Start melting this cheese in here. Turn that heat down. Hope I grabbed a big enough pan here. We'll see. It's going to be pretty full by the time it's done.
Ralph says, told Eli, oh, okay, it's meant to be a Kiwi thing to love the sport, but I'd rather watch paint dry.
Yeah, same thing with me for baseball. I never have liked it much. I played it a little when I was a kid, but watching a ball game, yeah, it's like watching golf or bowling. It's more fun to do than to sit and watch.
Arnold said, break out the harmonica.
Break out the harmonica. I've got a couple of them, but I'm not going to break them out. Oh yeah, that's looking really good.
Cake's done. Yum.
Well, don't be saying yum yet. You're jumping the gun there.
It's gonna be yum.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Looks an awful lot like a cake to me.
Yay.
Okay. Here we go. Got it okay?
Yep.
All right. This little guy will stick that outside. All right. Let's do the pasta again. Hoping to make enough of this to where I can have a little baked mac and cheese tomorrow as well.
It's not real cold out there, so hopefully
No?
it'll cool okay.
You want to stick it in the fridge? It'll fit in that little freezer there, right?
Maybe. Maybe I can get to it. We'll see.
All right. We're going to try something. Hopefully we don't knock anything out of a whack. Over here.
It smells really good.
Does it? Yay. Don't think the pasta's quite done.
It did that.
Done enough.
Kim says, hey Tom, you know of any good Irish appetizers?
Irish appetizers?
Yep.
Not that I can think of. Irish appetizers.
No. If you're looking for something for St. Patrick's Day, I can tell you that Guinness beef stew is outstanding.
It's delicious.
And I would recommend you make that. It's a crock pot thing, so you can plug it in and not worry about it.
Yeah.
But I do not, I really don't know if I have any idea for breakfast or for an appetizer.
Arnold says party pooper.
Well, what did I do with this one? Okay, right there. What?
Party pooper.
Party poopers.
For the pineapple upside down cake. I think is what he's talking about. And Photos Against Anxiety said, yummy, pineapple upside down cake. If I lived closer, I'd invite myself over.
If you lived closer, you'd be welcome.
And Carol says, is that in your carport?
Is what in my carport?
Pineapple upside down cake.
Beg your pardon? Okay, let's get some mac and cheese in these cups. See if I figured enough to do 4.
She says, I'm almost next door. Yep, you sure are. Ralph says, was interesting to see the inside of the ticket booth at our old cricket grounds and seeing a sign asking people to turn down their transistors.
Must have been there for a while.
Tim says, that sounds good. I do like Irish stew.
Super good, and the components are really easy and cheap to get.
Yep. The gypsy says,
Ah.
appetizer.
No, Tom.
Oh, you forgot bacon.
I did.
Stirred in.
Oh, I intend to.
Well, I meant in the
No, I'm just going to put them all back in here.
The gypsy says his appetizer is a pint of stout.
I never have been a fond of drinking dark beer. It's just, I love to cook with it. When I was in Germany, went to a monastery that was located in the Black Forest, and they made beer, and they had these big old barrels full of the beers that they were brewing, and then they had the smaller casks to serve it with. These ones that are maybe that big around with the old wooden spout and stuff. It was pretty cool. Quality check. It'll do.
Natalie says, have you ever tried a drink called the Green River? It's a lime flavored soda.
I have had lime sodas, not that particular one, but I have had lime sodas. I prefer a lime soda over a lemon lime any day. That's just my personal choice, I guess, or preference.
The gypsy says, liquid bread is what's down.
Yeah, liquid bread.
Carol asks, is Greg okay?
I don't know. As far as I know, he may,
He's been logging in late.
that, and he just may have other things going on today, or today for him in the future.
Tim said, Wild Man says, how about some shots of Bailey's cream into a bowl of Lucky Charms?
Oh. I don't know how good that would be. All right. That little disaster taken care of. At least I noticed it when I did, rather than
Yeah.
after they're in the oven. Okay, 2 of them are going in, 2 of them aren't. Ooh. Yum. That's gonna be really good.
That's what Carol said, yum.
All right. Sprinkle a little breadcrumb on the top.
Eli says, I like how wild man thinks.
All right. Breadcrumbs and a little extra cheese. Why not? Let's use all of it. All right. I won't put the breadcrumbs on them now. Okay, here we go. Set that for what? Bake at 375 degrees for 15 minutes. And that's going to be just enough time to get this onion and meat cooked up and ready to go. So we're getting close to food time.
Yay.
Yay! Oh, I gotta stand back. Take a breath. Let folks know that I'm gonna cut corners tonight. It's not something I normally do, but it would have been a lot more time consuming and a lot more cost wise than it would have been worth to make green chili tonight. So I know it. I've got a jar of 505 green chili. And I'm going to use it. Sorry folks. But that's just the way that pineapple's going to roll.
Ralph told Tim that he had an Irish cream latte, which was really nice, and it comes with a little sachet and tastes like Bailey's.
Huh.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I like lattes.
All right. Phew. It's getting warm in here now.
Yeah, it is.
Crack up a little black pepper here. A little bit in there.
Is that Jennifer's number for her request?
Yep. Well, they did say that they've started some kind of church program or something on Saturday
Oh.
nights, so that's why they're not tuning in as of late. And that's perfectly understandable.
Yep. Carol says that she uses Stokes can, a mild one.
The Stofers,
Stokes chili.
Stokes, Carol, try the 505.
Eli said the best part of waking up is Bailey's in your cup.
Maybe so. Depends on when and where you're waking up. Salt. Some more pepper. Well, these aren't going to be much longer at all. Yum.
Carol said it's probably too hot for her. It's a mild one.
It's mild, yeah.
Not too hot, really.
No, it's not. The medium and the hot, you probably wouldn't like, but
They are hot.
the 505 mild is mild. You would probably really like it. Ooh. Yes, yes, yes.
Arnold told Natalie that he would like some info about this lime soda. Yeah, it sounds good. Tom really likes lime soda.
Yep. Yeah, I don't have any lime sodas around here. Well, they do, but it's at a place called Rocket Fizz, and it's a 2-hour drive, and they're like $4 a bottle.
The gypsy says, this looks better than a horseradish cheese I had for supper.
All right, that meat is good.
Carol said okay about chili.
Mm-hmm. Good, but it needs a bunch more salt and a bunch more pepper. And I'm just gonna add the sauce on the sandwich on the top. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Natalie told Arnold it's more of a Chicago drink. Yeah, you can Google it, and I think Walmart sells it.
Yeah, but I would check to see if your local Walmart has it, because I found out that not all Walmarts
Yep.
carry the same stuff.
What was the name of it again, Natalie? So I don't have to look back in chat.
Okay.
Arnold says sold.
Better. Could have added a little beef stock to that, but flavor of the steak is good as it is.
Thank you.
Okay. So what kind is it called?
Green River.
Green River Lime Soda. I'm gonna have,
We'll
Yeah.
keep an eye out for it too, because
Yeah, I wrote it down.
I'm a big fan of that.
Mrs. Old Guy, can you reach a? Never mind. I think maybe I can get it.
She said it goes good with ice cream too.
Oh, I bet it does.
What do you need, Tom?
Something to put this
Chili in, but I'm just gonna microwave it.
Janice says she thinks Green River is made by Sprecher.
Sprecher.
Yep.
Well, they sure have good. Sprecher sure has good root beer and cream soda. Those are the two Sprecher flavors that I've been able to try or find around these parts. Okay, and the bread, I spared no expense.
Can you see that, Miss Old Guy?
Yep.
81 cents.
For the couple-day-old bag of these sandwich rolls.
Kelly Gunter.
Kelly Gunderson.
Gunter. Yep. My branded rifle.
Ah, welcome, welcome. Have a seat. We got some mac and cheese going in the oven. We're just getting ready to make some steak sandwiches.
She says that she has had Green River soda from an actual soda fountain in eastern Colorado.
Ooh,
Where? Oh, Eastern.
yeah, that's the other side of the state from us.
Yeah. Sheila says I really like cherry 7-Up.
Cherry 7-Up is really good. went on a little thing not too long ago on a search for a really good Shirley Temple. Even tried one that was called the Shirley Temple, but I think out of them, 7-Up was about the best.
Silly girl.
But it's always best when you just make your own.
Yep.
That way you can get as much of that maraschino cherry juice in there as you want.
Kelly said we had green chili and rice for dinner.
Sounds good.
It was,
Plain, plain green chili or pork green chili? Just curious.
She said that soda fountain was in the big town of Simla. Simla.
Ah, similar. Okay. Mrs. Old Guy grew up on the Western Plains.
Eastern Plains.
Eastern Plains, yeah, sorry.
With Kelly. Kelly and I were friends out there growing up.
All right. I'm going to make your sandwich. Is that all right with you?
You betcha.
We
She
got
said
what?
pork green chili, of course.
Only 4 minutes. Awesome. Yes, pork green chili.
It's the best.
Okay. Blink. And get the cheese sauce.
Ralph says if you guys ever visit Kiwi Land, then we could go to our American diner and you could tell me how authentic it is.
Yeah.
They have some lime milkshakes.
Lime milkshake. That would be good.
That would.
Okay. Let's give it a present. There is the green chili fillet. Give it a turn so you can see the sauce on the other side.
Yep, that looks good. Carol says gross.
All right, there you go.
Not sure what she's saying.
Let me get you a fork, because I'm sure at some point you're going to need it.
Yep. That's a big sandwich.
You always say that.
It is.
That's because it always is a big sandwich. What am I doing? Walking back and forth. Let's get mine made now.
Looks really good.
It does. Oh, come on now, bread. That looks good. Some cheese sauce. A little bit of green chili. All right. Move a couple of things out of my way. Guess that can sit right there.
Carol says lime milk is what she was roasting about.
Say that again.
Carol said it was the lime milkshake that she was roasting about.
Ah. Come on. The table's always in the way. Okay. Whew, that was a struggle here.
Here you go. Let's go out this way. Here you go. I got a fork. You gave me
I was giving you a spoon for your mac and cheese. It's coming up in a minute.
Thank you.
All right. So we'll let that mac and cheese finish off, and I'm going to take the first bite of this steak sandwich.
Carol says not your food ever.
Good.
Yeah. Please, and thank you.
Tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. I'll give you a napkin if you hand me one of them green soda pops out that refrigerator door.
Here. Thank you.
Yep.
Just need one.
You only think you need one. Oh my goodness. We're gonna call that good.
There we go.
All right.
Bates Motel is here.
Bates Motel.
Hey, how are you?
Greetings. We are just serving up dinner. Have yourself a seat. Get yourself a cold drink out the fridge. I'll get you your mac and cheese and a sandwich together.
Thank you.
Yep. I mean, they just came out the oven, so careful about touching it.
Yep.
Green chili. Green chili Philly. So far, the first 2 bites have been really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, that meat just kind of melts in your mouth. Really tender.
Arnold said, I just called the Walmart by the house. They have the Green River soda in stock. Be right back. In case you finish before I get back, good night. Love you, Auntie and Uncle, and the rest of old guy back.
Well, depending on how long it takes you, we got about another 45 minutes, so
Better hurry.
might be close for them. All right, let's see how this mac and cheese turned out.
This is really good.
You like that sandwich? Ooh. I'm going to give it a second.
That's really hot.
Huh. Still too hot.
I guess we're going to have to check with the Walmart in Delta and see if they carry it.
Mm-hmm. My guess is not.
They never carry anything.
They hardly carry any of the... And that's the thing about living where we do. For some reason, we get maybe 5% of all the new limited time flavors or items that come around. We just never see them. Even if we go to the local Walmart or whatever, they just never seem to have them.
And I was really surprised when I saw the
Coke Spiced, which turned out to be an utter disappointment. I'm pretty much done reviewing Coke. You want some of this?
Came in just in time.
Hey, J Mart, welcome, man. We are just digging into some steak sandwiches with green chili, and of course this tasty bacon macaroni and cheese, baked bacon macaroni and cheese, which is hotter than just woo. Super hot. Really good.
Lisa's got to go. She will see you next week.
Lisa, thanks for coming in. Real quick, have we drawn for next week? I think we drew because we were a week behind, right?
Chili Relanos and rice.
Chili Relanos next week. Yum.
That was requested by Stanley.
That sounds delicious. Love chili Relano. I love cooking with those, with fresh chilies. Like making a nice poblano cream to go, I don't know, I put it on cordon bleu. It's delicious.
Ralph says, do you guys have L&P drink over there?
L&P, do not. Not that I've heard of. That doesn't mean we don't. You know, they might be, you know, there's some, it's a big place, so some parts of the country carry brands that are just kind of local to that area. So I don't know. There might be an importer somewhere. What is it? Is it a carbonated beverage?
Eli says, move for Greg.
Crazy dogs. I gave him some. We found some salmon that was really badly freezer burned, so we cooked it up, gave it to the dogs, and they absolutely loved it. But oh boy, let's just say that they were aromatic.
J Mark says he's got his two Chiweenies pups watching your channel with him.
Nice.
And Eli says, isn't L&P a cigarette? Oh,
No, that was L&M. And what are your dog's names there, Mr. J. Mart? A curious old guy wants to know.
Ralph says it's a New Zealand made fizzy drink.
Okay. I was going to send Mr. Greg some American root beers. But
That fizzled out pretty quickly.
yeah, when I took it to get it shipped and found out that it was going to cost over $300 to ship 4 bottles of soda pop, it's like, I don't think I'm going to do that.
Tim's daughter Mackenzie is here.
Hi, Mackenzie.
Dad's daughter, she says.
Good evening. I understand it probably wasn't like just like super recent, but recently had a birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So happy birthday. A little late. What is that? Belated?
Yep.
Belated.
J Mark says they can hear your dogs and are barking. Their names are Petey and Odin.
Petey and Odin. Nice. Nice. I like, they're both good names for dogs. Petey. Mm-hmm.
We had a dog for a while that lived across the street from us that was named Odin.
Mm-hmm. We did. He was also he was an American Bulldog mix, I think. He was a good sized doggy. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Wow. I was enjoy a Philly with green chili on it, thinking that it might somehow take away the enjoyment of the beef and the onion and the cheese, but it's not.
No, it's really good.
It's really good, yeah.
Mackenzie said, thank you a lot. I'm 13 now and I had a lot of fun at her birthday party.
Well, I'm glad. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
You are supposed to have some good times and lots of fun on your birthdays. Mm. Well, you got yourself a pretty great daddy, so. Woo! Wow. Been out of the oven for a while. It's still really hot.
Yeah, it was
Well, that bite had a big piece of bacon. Yum. Oh. So I don't know about the rest of you, but this is the time of year when I start planning out spring projects. Now, last year's spring projects took me up until the second week of September. So I'm not planning that much this year. I'm really hoping that my spring projects will be done in the spring and that's it. But we'll see. But I'm just curious. How about the rest of you? Spring projects in mind? Stuff you got planned coming up? I don't know about you, but I like to kind of, plan things out at least a little bit. The plans don't always end up the same as you figured, but sometimes they do. Like the little gazebo thing that Mrs. Old Guy and I put together last summer. I think it was a huge pain in the butt. But I'm glad to see, I can go out there and look after the winter here, and it looks exactly like it did last summer. So, that. At least I know we got something done right.
Don said, Tom, have you ever tried Cheer Wine Soda? It's a cherry soda from North Carolina. You can buy it at World Market if you have one here.
We don't have one locally, but Miss Old Guy will write the name down, and we'll keep an eye out for it. I'm a big fan of the fruit-flavored sodas. Apple, cherry, grape, orange. I like the root beers, the sarsaparillas that are out there, even though it's not made with sarsaparilla anymore. There's still sodas that I would rather have instead of a cola. I really prefer the fruit flavoreds, What I would really like to see is a hot cinnamon soda. Now that would be good.
Carol said you should do your own place since yours are great. I'm not sure what she's talking about.
Yeah, Carol, what are you talking about?
Carol said maybe build a 3-story doghouse with a spa. They're not that special.
No. Nor do we have that kind of room.
Natalie says, not really a spring project, but a project in general is taking all the carpet out of my place and do hardwood floors.
Nice. Yep. There was one room in the house here that had carpet when we moved in, and as soon as we bought the house, I ripped it out.
Yep.
With where we are in the mountains, we're next to an old coal mine. There's a coal mine about a mile up the road. It is a dusty place, and a carpet would just be ruined in a very short time. So yeah, we've got just bare floors. No, well, they're not bare floors. It's that. I think you know what I'm saying. It's not carpeted.
Eli says ginger beer is good.
Oh yeah. I really like the Reed's ginger sodas. There's the extra strong, extra strong, and Janice has had them. I can't remember. There was two of them that were like a strong one. I can't remember what they were exactly called, but they were the two best ginger sodas that I've had. They're hands down, just absolutely the best. Delicious. I like them a lot.
That sounds really good, Janice.
Huh.
I'm writing that down too.
What's that?
She said there's a Texas soda called Boots Red Hot Cinnamon Soda.
Yes. Thank you. I
We
want
will
to try
try
it. I would be a huge fan of a cinnamon soda. You bet. Absolutely. That's 100% on that one.
Eli says, have you ever experimented with a soda stream?
A soda stream?
Mm-hmm.
No, and I probably won't. If you mean soda like live stream.
Soda streams, you can make your own soda at home.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what you were talking about. I've considered it, but we don't really drink a lot anymore. A lot of soda pops. I'm just not sure it'd get used enough to make it worth it.
Debbie McGee's here.
Hi, Debbie. Good evening. I hope all is well. We had the most phenomenal Philly steak with green chili. Oh, it's so good. And a baked bacon mac and cheese. Yum. That mac and cheese was so good it'll make your tongue slap the back of your head.
Ralph asked, do you like mulled wine?
Mulled wine.
Mulled, M-U-L-L-E.
Oh, mulled wine. Mulled wine. I thought you said mold wine. I was like, who the hell likes moldy wine? Yeah, on occasion, Ralph. I never have been much of a drinker, so but I like the flavor of it. Mulled wine is sure. I would drink some, but yeah, it's me and I've got these bottles of wine sitting up here. They're gonna keep sitting there. Most of them are for cooking, some of them are for drinking, but it'd be a party atmosphere. The whole bottle would be gone between a bunch of people.
Tim asked, have you seen the new cherry splash ginger ale? He says it's really good.
I've seen it. I haven't got it yet. That's a Canada Dry product. Is that right?
I want to try it.
I've seen it. I've been kind of reluctant to get it just for the fact that if I don't like it, then I got a 12-pack of soda to drink that I don't like. Well, yeah, that's trying to find Canada Dry products sold separately. It's not easy. At least I don't remember seeing any. But that said, I would try it, but
That was absolutely delicious.
yeah, well, didn't do too bad. You ate most of it. I got a bite left here or two. That good mac and cheese. Oh, I've got a half hour left. We're doing good. Mm-hmm.
Debbie said you will like it.
Then I'll like it.
The new cherry splash ginger ale.
Ah, I hope so. I will try it.
Ralph told Carol party at OG's place.
Come on down.
We'll have a street party out here. Us and Carol and anybody that shows up.
Street party. That'd be a really bad idea. Considering how the street in front of our house is
A highway.
a state highway.
Hi, Debbie. She says, hi, Deb.
So what's the weather like down where you are, Deb? Is it warm in your area? Was it nice today? It was really nice here. It got to like 60.
Yeah.
But we're supposed to get snow rolling in tonight, at least here.
Yeah, it said rain and snow. Let's see what it does.
Yeah, see how cold it gets between now and when that blows in.
Do you want this?
The cake?
Yeah.
Let's let it sit for a few more minutes. We got
Okay.
time. We'll let it cool a little bit more.
Okay.
Try to give that pineapple upside down cake all the chance in the world. Like I said, for those of you that did not see before, the previous times that I tried to make pineapple upside down cake turned out awful. Just inedible. And it was because of the baking them in a cast iron frying pan. It was a super bad idea. The acidity in it just leached that metallic flavor out. It was like eating an iron cake. It was just it was really bad. Really bad. And I don't like pineapple upside down cake to start with. So it was double bad for me.
Carol told Ralph we'll be blown away if we party here.
Nah, it's not that windy.
Eli says it's already in the 80s. They're not ready for summer.
Well, yeah, Arizona does get pretty freaking hot. And well, especially last year. Wow, last summer you guys had some record days. A lot of them.
Debbie says, very nice and warm. I hope you're well and no snow planned.
Well, we're warm, but it's in the forecast. Snow and rain mix. I guess it's just kind of depend on the elevation, maybe, or even how cold it's supposed to get. But
Might snow tonight during the night, but rain tomorrow or something.
yeah, I don't know. I've gotten to the point where if I want to know what the weather's doing, I'll just go outside. The weather isn't right 90% of the time. One example, a couple summers ago, I was going to do my live stream from out by my smoker and stuff. And it said there was a 1% chance of rain. 1%. So I thought, that's next to nothing. We'll go ahead and set up. And no sooner did I get set up, it started raining. And it's like, yeah, okay. That shows you how much you can depend on the weather here.
Ralph told Carol he loves stormy days.
I don't mind them.
Don said we had a lot of rain, but very little snow this year.
Right. And that's a problem. We didn't get enough snow. The snowpack, at least in this part of the state, is, what did you say earlier today? Like 50% or 60% of normal?
Something like that.
So, yeah, we still got March here to go, which is usually the snowiest month of the year for us, but
Carol said, Tom, you're mistaken. It's bad out there, the wind.
okay, well, I'm sorry.
Ralph said, heading through the supermarket today, I saw an ad for Mammoth flavored milk.
Mammoth flavored milk. Okay, I wonder how they determined what a mammoth would taste
I
like.
wonder what it would
Get alone.
taste like.
Yeah, mammoth milk? Well, I want to know where they got a mammoth 2 milk. Wait a minute, there's something going on. Say that again. Say that again.
He said heading through the supermarket today, he saw an ad for mammoth flavored milk.
Mammoth flavored milk. Oh boy. I think that one is just way beyond what I can imagine. That's like Coke saying with their what was their last one? Their YK 3000
Yes.
soda developed by an AI. Is like, how the hell do you know what the future tastes like? That's like saying, I remember the future.
Eli said last summer we had 30 straight days of 110 or more.
Right, I remember that. Yes, caused like lots of problems too, from if I remember right.
Yep.
So, oh, and Eli, really, I'm hoping maybe keep my fingers crossed. This year we'll make it out there because I want to try that pitaya. How do you say that? That fruit from the cactus. So I'm hoping maybe this year to make it out that way. That's something that I've been wanting to do, is give that fruit a try ever since I saw it. I'm not sure what I was watching. I think it was why is it so expensive kind of thing. You know, like saffron and handmade silk stuff and whatever. But that fruit came up, and I thought, well, that's something we can get here. I want to try that. We can't get it like here, but in the vicinity, sort of here. I don't know. Phoenix is about a 12-hour drive. No, 10 hours or so, 10 or 12. I took the drive a few years ago.
Yep. We did there and back in 24 hours.
Right. Yep. We went there, picked up somebody, and turned around and went back. 24-hour drive.
Yeah.
I didn't bother to stop. We just went straight
Just
there and
went
straight
through.
back.
Yep.
What a miserable drive that was.
Debbie said they are unfortunately under a fire watch.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. The fires that you guys had down in the Louisville, Lafayette, Erie, there, what was that, 2 years ago or something? 3 years? That sounded really bad. And I really feel sorry for all the people that, because that's not something you would expect to have happen. I would have never thought that the area there like that would burn like
No.
that. But, so, yeah.
Debbie says, ugh, really teleport to the future. Really now to the future. Teleport now to the future.
Yeah, I'd like to.
And Ralph said, I think Mammoth must be the brand.
Like into past the spring, into the summer. Well, no, not past the spring. Let's just get past the next couple months.
Did you hear me?
No, what?
Ralph said Mammoth must be the brand name.
But no, he said mammoth flavored.
Yep.
That would lead you to believe that they've invented something and they're going to say, well, that tastes like a mammoth. I don't know what they were smoking at the time to make them think that mammoth is going to be a great idea for a flavor. What do we got? All right, we got a few more minutes. Let's go ahead and pull that. Let's pull the cake. Let's see if I can get it out of the pan without it. We will see. Okay. There's the cake. Pineapple. But it's not upside down yet.
Eli said musky milk.
Musty milk?
Musky.
Musky? Oh, musky.
Debbie said 2 years we had family who lost all.
Oh, that's too
Had
bad.
to rebuild better.
That's horrible.
Carol said, "Stop and love." I'm not sure what you're talking about. And then she said, "Draw." Oh, draw a name. He'll draw here in a second.
I don't think it's going to come out.
Maybe we shouldn't have put it in the freezer.
No, the bottom isn't that cold though. Maybe if we just kind of hold it for a second, where it's coldest, it'll help kind of warm it up enough to. My arch nemesis, the dreaded upside down cake.
Debbie says it's so good to see you again.
That's. Wish I could say the same. But it's really good to hear from you again, that's for sure.
It's been a long time.
It has.
Her and Tom grew up together.
Yeah. I've known Debbie since I was a young teenager.
Yep.
What happened to that, huh? It's letting go. Come on. Not too bad. One little part stuck.
Ah, good.
It's still. Ugh. Oh.
Did you not cook it long enough? Really?
We need to get one of those big buzzers with the fail. It sure looked done. Well, I'll give you a piece that is on the edge here that's completely cooked, okay?
Crying out loud.
Well,
Debbie said, "How can we fix it?"
how can we fix the cake? Oh,
I'm
how can we?
seeing her again.
Oh. Well, that is a very good question. Here, there's your pineapple upside down cake.
I'm not gonna have you make it again.
Oh, that's it. I'm done with this cake.
Ralph said we had a band playing in the park yesterday. It was pouring down with rain. Only the stage is covered and the umbrellas weren't around.
I'll show you guys the miserable failure. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
And all the powder, all the brown sugar just ran over to one side. Yep. Yep, like I said, me and cakes. Just I can do some cakes, but boy, that one that's not one.
Eli says hashtag oh no. Natalie says hashtag oh no.
Debbie, I'm going to message you when we get off this evening, and I'll. You can either send me your phone number, or I'll send you my phone number, and you can call me, or I will call you, and we can maybe figure out. Maybe meet somewhere or something sometime.
Yeah, maybe.
So. Woo!
Eli says, I think Deborah should give us some young OG stories, LOL.
Well, now see, this is why it's a good thing that we grew up when we did. So that there's no, like, pictures or videos of some of the activities that we would participate in. Oh boy.
So maybe next time, pineapple upside down cupcakes.
No, there's not a next time. That's 3 and out. 3 and out. If Mrs. Old Guy really wants a pineapple upside down cake, I'll buy it. Or have somebody else make it. Or she can make it. But I'm
Carl
not.
says it looks yum to me.
Oh yeah. Mmm.
A little underbaked, Don says.
Slightly underbaked, yes, sir. But it was
Just a brag.
when I pulled it out, it was all fluffy and,
Yeah.
and, rising above the top of the pan. It sure looked done. It's done all right. Done, and done. Oh boy.
No dessert tonight, Carol. Sorry. I was gonna share it with you, but.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna want it. I'm glad that I still have we got a couple of pieces of blueberry pie that I made a few days ago
Yeah.
left in the fridge, so I guess after the stream I'll cut a slice of blueberry pie. And I'm a little bummed that it didn't turn out, but I don't really care.
Ralph says you can take to it with the blowtorch.
Or I could put it in the microwave. I could see if it brulees. All right, let's draw a ticket for a week
Carol
after
said
next.
it's the altitude.
Whoops. Get that out of there. Mrs. Olga, I'm gonna have you redo one, if you don't mind. It fell into onto my plate and got dirty. So, chicken fajita pizza. And that was from John. Debbie, if you've got a dinner suggestion that you would like to make, that you would like to see me make, just let us know, and as soon as we get it, I put it right in here. Okay. So next week is chili relleno. Yum.
Yep.
And this week, or the week after that, an Al Davis sandwich, and that's from Eli because he's a Raiders guy. Al Davis sandwich. I have no idea what that consists of, but I'm gonna find out and make it in a couple of weeks. That's the fun thing about doing this, and it really is. And I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Without you folks tuning in and watching me be crazy and do my silly cooking, it would be absolutely pointless without you guys coming in every week and hanging out. People from all over. I mean, one coast to the other. We got Ralph in New Zealand, Mr. Greg, who didn't come in tonight, in Australia. I mean, it's just awesome that you folks would take the time to come and hang out with me. So I just want to express my gratitude again for that.
Carol said just cook the cake a little longer.
Just cook it a little longer.
Debbie says that Korean dish that she loves.
Oh, yes, the bulgogi. Go ahead and write it down. and we will put that in there.
I'm not sure how to spell it.
That's all right. Just fake it. Once, if I see it, I'll know what you're talking about.
There you go.
All right.
In we go.
Just so you know, Debbie, in case you're interested in all, I did do a video a couple of years ago or so
Yep.
on how to make it. So if you look through, I think it maybe if you just searched Korean in the little search bar on my page, it would come up.
Don says, I have had a hard time adjusting to the high altitude baking. My cupcake always fell and cakes too.
The cakes that I've been doing, other than this, have turned out okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's. I don't know why. Between this and the flan, I just haven't been having a lot of luck lately. The flan itself is delicious, but the caramel on the bottom has always been a little overcooked, and it sticks to the ramekin. It becomes like a hard caramel. But oh well, that's okay. There's a lot of other things that I have made that turn out great, like cronuts, for instance.
Yep.
I made a batch of cronuts last night for us to share with some friends, and if you haven't had a cronut or don't know what that is, it is a cross between a croissant and a donut. So it's just like a puff
Absolutely
pastry, just like a puff pastry, thin little layers of, it's just delicious. They're so good.
The gypsy says, time for a second supper.
Time for a second supper.
And Debbie says she'll always watch and she'll get it done.
Awesome. Well, I will, like I said, I'll message you when we get done here, and we'll see if we can figure out a way to communicate. Chili relleno, it says with rice. I will put that down as a side option, but along with a couple of other things too. So it may or may not come with rice. So just letting you know. And for those of you that maybe didn't, if you're gonna do an entree, that's great, because I'm always gonna put side dishes up for vote. Same thing with desserts. So,
Yeah.
and I'm hoping to have that done by tomorrow for next week. Sometimes the dessert doesn't exactly match the dinner. Sometimes it does.
Yep.
So it'll probably be a while before you start seeing things like tiramisu and stuff again. Gotta wait till the summer when I'm actually burning some calories.
The gypsy said cronuts are delicious, and then he asked if you made glazed.
No, I for the first batch that I made, I used just sugar.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that was kind of a mistake. I dipped them in the sugar way too soon, so it was. No, so I haven't done it with the glaze. The second batch I made, I did chocolate cronuts, and did I do just a plain glaze for that? Maybe I did.
Maybe, I don't remember.
Carol, I brought you some. Do you remember? They were really good.
Yeah, they
The
were.
chocolate ones were delicious. And then the ones I made last night were powdered sugar, plain powdered sugar, and one was cinnamon and powdered sugar. So
Carol said fresh and canned are different. The recipes change. Maybe that's what it was.
what are we talking about?
Cake.
Cake? Oh, I don't know. Now I'm confused. But you know me, I'm easily confused, folks.
Pineapple upside down cake.
Pineapple upside down.
Canned?
Using fresh and canned pineapple.
Oh,
Changed the recipe.
I think the only thing that really matters as far as that goes would be the how firm the pineapple is, because it's fresh. It's not soft at all like the canned.
Yeah.
So, but if anything, the canned is juicier. In fact, it specifies on the recipe to dry the pineapple before you put it into the pan. So I figured that, this would be less juicy and leach less. I just didn't bake it long enough. It's just plain and simple. I
Yeah.
mean, that is evident. Look at that. That's just
Debbie says, yes, I'm due for a supper. Thank you so much.
Well, you are very welcome. I can't wait to try it myself because I love that stuff.
Jenna says the Al Davis sandwich is on the menu at Ike's in San Francisco. It's a roast beef sandwich with bacon and horseradish with lettuce, tomato, onion, sriracha, and Ike's sauce.
I can go for every bit of that except for the horseradish. That is something that I just absolutely do not like at all, is horseradish. So everything else I'll put on there.
Don wants a recipe.
Don wants a recipe for what? My pineapple upside down cake? Are you sure you want it?
Eli told Janice, really? LOL, I think I suggested it kind of joking around so OG would make one up. But that sounds good.
Make what up?
One of those Al Davis
Oh, an Al Davis. Just make it up, yeah. Well, if I was going to make up an Al Davis sandwich, it wouldn't be edible.
And Ralph says, interesting to think about how the time dilation in your higher altitude, you guys, something slightly faster than us. I can't see it because of the hard things in the way. Sorry.
Just put in a couple of letters and hit enter. It'll push it up.
You guys age slightly faster than
Age slightly. I'm gonna be dead any minute now. Oh boy. Well, we are rolling up onto the magic 7 o'clock hour. So we're going to probably call it good for the evening. As always, thank you very much for coming in and hanging out with Old Guy on a Saturday night. But I'm sure there's probably better and funner things to do. So thank you very much. And as always, please give back in your community somehow, some way. Local clothing bank, help them go down there and sort some clothes. Yeah, help your neighbor clean gutters, just something. Help out your buddies, help out your neighbors. Take care. I'll see everybody next week. Bye-bye.
Don said the recipe for cronuts.
Okay. Well, just look online. Foodwishes.com. Chef John.